look at 2016, 17, 2018, and top 10 kind of issues, the most surprising one to me was the issue related to climate change. And that's kind of strange because climate change has been around for a while. Of course, it's very political, so, relative to our political parties. But there's one thing that's going to really affect real estate. In January of 2017, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, that's NOAA, they released a very large, significant report they've been working on for a couple of years. And what it did is actually increased the sea rise estimate, the higher end of the sea rise estimate, by doubled it from the study from 2013 up to 6.6 to 8.6 feet by 2100. But it was a doubling. And a lot of that had to do with new research on the Antarctica. The Antarctica was not typically factored into models for a variety of reasons, but they've done new research where I think it's going to be very significant. So why is that surprising? Is that the other part of that study said that only a 14-inch increase in sea rise will lead to a 25-fold increase in flooding. And so you have this combination of the sea rise estimate, and it doesn't even have to be true. You could not even believe it, but there's going to be people out there that believe it. So coastal cities, people that live near the water, it's going to start affecting property values. And the key aspect of that is the information availability. Due to Hurricane Sandy and Hurricane Katrina, there's not a municipality in coastal regions, big ones, that hasn't done big risk reports. And resilient cities is another big topic where they're actually analyzing all potential surge and flooding risks related to sea rise so they can think about ways to mitigate that. So now if you're an investor, you can actually go and get maps of what they think is going to happen to your property. And 2100 may seem like a long time away, but there's another source called Surging Sea Rise Finder. And it's an amazing source. You can go in there and put your zip code in, and it lays out how much your sea rise is going to be in your locality, and it has maps where you can actually identify your property. It also identifies infrastructure and all the buildings that are going to be affected at different levels of sea rise. So what that does, which is both scary and amazing, is that it's not only if your property is going to be flooded, it's actually all the access roads. And I have a perfect example of why I think this is so surprising and important. I live on the water in California, and I'm a couple of feet, I'm on kind of a bay, a couple of feet up, but I'm starting to think that, this is, as somebody that's going to be retiring relatively soon, this is a huge part of my wealth. Can I take a risk that the next buyer is not going to be concerned about now readily available information about the water? And my house is probably going to be okay, probably, but the access roads, which already flood when there are surges or floods, are going to be wiped out, and I can go feel that. So you take all this new information and the perception that people have, and this new NOAA report, I think that before you know it, this is a cutting edge issue. It's going to have very significant implications on going forward.